But I blame phones and corporate record companies. I blame technology, digital. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
but
yeah. I mean, I would agree. Like some fans are too distracted at the show by their phones to like actually get into it the way they would have.
and maybe some other
long time ago.
creators are too. I mean, is the desire we had in 1991 as individuals to get out there and splatter ourselves all over the world because there was no YouTube, no phone. It was just you and the world.
True that.
Get out there and be as loud as possible. Find your people. Get into cars, planes, trains, automobiles. You couldn't just like beam yourself to your house wherever you are. Like we had to like work so hard to make an impact. That fire, if it is not there, how are you doing it? Like I wouldn't know. I don't know that I'd be as motivated.
Yeah, and you know the problem is when people come and they're not just distracted on the phones to like catch the vibe. They're also giving away the meat and potatoes of the show. They're giving the recipe of the show. Like that's why a lot of comedians bag phones before you come see them. When you buy that ticket, there's that little fine print. It says when you get there, you got to bag your phone. People don't always read it and they're upset about it, but it's a way to protect the content. And I feel like, you know, if you got a new cutting edge type of show, like would you, if you had a new show, let's just say there was a new way to do a hip hop show visually along with the sound, would you guys, or even Steph Tone or you, Melissa, in your bands, would you want the phones to be bagged when they came in? Or would you care if they're not bagged?
I wouldn't care.
Yeah, I don't care.
Well, I'd like phones to not exist, so I guess I do
A
care.
perfect example was when we were up in Portland. BU hadn't got into town yet, but we went and saw Tool one night.
Yeah.
And they have that policy where no videos at all, no cameras, and it's strictly enforced. And they make an announcement before that if you violate it, you'll be asked to leave. And B, it's exactly why is what you're saying is their content. Like they got some dope visuals. And they do some different. I'll just call it that. And they don't want it. You know, they want to save their content for that.
I would imagine.
Concert.
I would imagine you two's doing that in their Spear gigs because I haven't really seen anything.
Like I have, and it horrified me.
I want to say this. Here we are on YouTube right now. I love watching YouTube. I'm on YouTube every day. That's one of my addictions. I'm watching videos all the time. I don't watch TV. You know what I mean?
Right.
But isn't it cool, like cat videos and things? Or
I watch all of them. All the I love animal videos.
I love them too. The otter, the Japanese otter.
Oh, the otters. Oh man,
so good.
What about Poppy?
There's a lot of
little
great
ground dog.
Oh, I don't know.
There's a lot of great
Poppy's
content.
great.
There's a lot of great content. But what I'm saying is if you're spending like if you have a big ass budget on production and they're giving it away, well, you know, it could serve two purposes, right? It could make people hyped off of seeing it, or if they've seen like thousands of different pieces of footage that's of this part, maybe the trick is blown.
I don't know. I was just saying, like I am grateful. Like I'm not. It doesn't bother me that people are recording shows because I like watching other live shows, and especially from people's phones. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where you actually catch it from that perspective.
But can I swing it back to creative fire and creative uniqueness? Is that in the 90s when I was picking up a bass and you were starting your musical identity, we could walk to a record store and maybe get some secondhand cassettes or happen to catch a good live show and get inspired. That purity of inspiration that made you just have to figure it out for yourself, that's my big beef with all of this content being everywhere. I have no opinion about Tool and ripping cool vibes off of show footage, but I think that people are consuming so much content. How do you find your own vibe and your own thing? That to me is the biggest complaint I have, is that if you're a creator.
I love that because I'll tell you what I've been saying through, because I'm terrible with my social media. I have an Instagram account, never on it. You know what I mean? You know, I want to do my own YouTube channel, haven't done it yet. You know what I mean? I fully just like procrastinate all the time with these things, you know, and like because I'm always being told you got to have that content, I'm like, we already lived a whole life where there was no such. Our life was content. Like we already did that.